1. Monarchy. Monarchy is a form of government where a single person, usually a king or queen, holds power. This leadership is typically inherited through royal bloodlines. In modern times, some monarchies are ceremonial, like in the UK, while others still have political authority. Monarchies often symbolize national unity and tradition. 2. Capitalism. Capitalism is an economic system based on private ownership of resources and businesses. It encourages competition, free markets, and profit-making. In capitalism, individuals and companies make decisions about production and prices, with minimal government interference. It promotes innovation, but outcomes can vary depending on access to resources. 3. Fascism. Fascism is a political ideology that emphasizes strong centralized control, often led by a single leader. It values national pride, order, and unity, usually placing the interests of the state above individual freedoms. While it discourages political opposition, supporters see it as a way to restore strength and stability. 4. Autocracy. An autocracy is a system where one person holds all governing power. This leader can make laws, control the government, and make national decisions without input from others. Autocratic systems focus on efficiency and central authority, but may limit checks and balances on power. 5. Autonomy. Autonomy refers to the ability of a group or region to govern itself independently. It emphasizes freedom of decision-making, whether in politics, culture, or daily life. Autonomous systems value self-determination and often exist within larger political structures, like autonomous regions or communities. 6. Nationalism. Nationalism is the belief that a nation's interests and identity should be prioritized. It promotes pride in shared history, language, and culture. Nationalist movements often seek self-governance or unity, though the intensity and goals of nationalism can differ widely across regions. And 7. Anarchism. Anarchism is a political philosophy that opposes all forms of involuntary authority and hierarchy. It advocates for a society based on voluntary cooperation, mutual aid, and the absence of centralized government. Anarchists believe people can organize communities freely and fairly without imposed control. 8. Imperialism. Imperialism is the practice of extending a nation's influence over other lands and peoples, often through political, economic, or cultural means. Historically, this involved colonization. Supporters see it as a way to expand resources and power, while critics view it as limiting the self-determination of others. 9. Feminism. Feminism is a movement for gender equality, focusing on eliminating discrimination and promoting equal rights for all genders. It began with women's suffrage and education, but has grown to include economic, social, and political issues. Feminism supports fairness, respect, and empowerment for everyone. 10. Syndicalism. Syndicalism is a political and economic philosophy that encourages workers to unite through unions and take control of industries. It promotes direct action like strikes or collective negotiation to achieve social change. The goal is often a worker-managed society with shared ownership and responsibilities. Internationalism. Internationalism promotes global cooperation and unity between nations. It values working together on issues like peace, climate change, human rights, and development. Internationalists believe that mutual respect and collaboration are key to solving the world's most important challenges. 12. Socialism. Socialism is a system where resources and major industries are owned and managed by the public or the state. It aims to reduce inequality by distributing wealth more fairly and ensuring basic needs like healthcare, education, and housing are accessible to everyone. It focuses on collective well-being. 13. Communism. Communism is a political and economic system where all property is publicly owned, and each person works and receives according to their needs. It seeks to eliminate class differences and create a stateless, equal society. In practice, versions of communism have taken different forms around the world. 13. Marxism. Marxism is a theory developed by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels that analyzes social and economic structures through the lens of class struggle. It argues that capitalism creates inequality and that a transition to socialism and eventually communism can lead to a more just and equal society.